Horoscopes by 1pkc.io, brought to you by Jeff Helkenberg.
Hello Sagittarius, this is your horoscope for March 25th, 2019. Now currently the house of Sagittarius hosts Jupiter, and during the very early part of the week the moon will transit the house as well. Now as you know, your ruler is Jupiter, and so it is still in your house. Now we were talking last week that there was probably going to be a lot of drama happening around you, but you were kind of the rock in that situation. It's going to be very difficult to move you, and that you're going to seem very centered and rational and logical. Well, now Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces, and that's going to contribute a lot to communication errors all around you, and you may be susceptible to this issue as well. So in a workplace situation or in that kind of environment, make sure you're listening very carefully to what people are saying. Understand if there is subtext there. Try to discern whether people are sending mixed signals to you. You want to make sure that your reactions are metered and appropriate this week at work, because there's a very real possibility that that there are going to be communication misfires all around you. And to the extent that you avoid participating in that, you're going to seem like the adult in the room. It's going to look very good for you. Your employer, or depending on your circumstance, your employer in that case will probably look upon you as being kind of a shepherd in a storm while people around you are being irrational. But it's very easy to get caught up in that stream, especially due to that Mercury retrograde. So this week, just be conscious of that. Know that there's risk in the workplace. It would be better to be silent than to say something irrational or emotional. Now, in your personal life, look for those communication misfires to be occurring as well. Depending on the sign that your partner has, there could be some very significant challenges and communication challenges there. And also something in your partner's past may crop up that could cause you to second guess whether or not the relationship is going in the right direction. So look for doubt and uncertainty this week, either in yourself or in your partner on that romantic front, and do your best to neutralize that. Just think of it that you don't want to drink a glass of acid, that if you add water to it, it'll get neutral, and water in this case is time, and so you just want to allow things to settle down before you make any really rash decisions that you may live to regret. So this is a week of patience and listening very carefully and making sure that you're thinking through what you're going to say before you say it, because you don't want to add fuel to the fire, especially if it's going to burn your own house down. So it's something to think about this week. It's going to be a challenging week for you. Things are still very positive for you, but it will be challenging. It's all about how you manage those challenges this week. Now, for those of you who know your birth chart positions, here's a rundown of the other planets and our star. Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces, where it is joined by Neptune. Venus is in Aquarius. Mars and Uranus are in Taurus. Jupiter, as you know, is in Sagittarius. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. The moon will start the week in Scorpio, move through Sagittarius and Capricorn, and will end the week in Aquarius, and the sun has now entered into Aries. So again, the message this week, listen very carefully, look before you leap, think carefully about what you're going to say before you say it, and chances are you will survive the week unscathed.
Thank you for listening, and visit 1pkc.io for more great content.